How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today, we are going to be cooking up some absolutely delicious hot honey chicken wings. We're going to season up these chicken wings, get them out on the Z-Grills pellet grill, get them nice and crispy, and then we're going to hit them with an absolutely delicious hot honey sauce that I'm going to be showing you how to make. It's incredibly simple. It's going to make game day this year that much better, or any gathering you're hosting. So let's get in and get these hot honey chicken wings prepped up. All right, so here are our chicken wings. These are whole wings. We're gonna break these down into party style wings. And if you have the opportunity to buy the whole wings and break them down yourself, I highly suggest doing that because they are a little bit cheaper and you're not paying someone to break these down for you. And oftentimes I find that they're just a little bit bigger. So all we're doing is just finding the joints and going straight down. We're gonna do that on all of these wings. Take off any of this extra fat if you want to. It's completely up to you, and that is how they should look. So I'm gonna get the rest of these broken down real quick. All right, so now that we have these chicken wings broken down, we're gonna get them seasoned up, and the first rub I'm gonna be using is Suckle Buster's SPG. This is just gonna be our nice light base coat of our savoriness. We're just going about with a light coat on that. And then for that sweet heat, we're going with my honey chipotle. You can use whatever wing rubs you like. These are just what I recommend. Turns out a really nice wing. This is just gonna be another lighter coat here. A little bit heavier than the SPG. We'll get that pressed in. We're gonna get these flipped over and we're gonna do the exact same process to the other side, then just kind of rub them around, make sure they all got some seasoning on there. Coming in with the SPG. It's good to be filming again. Took a couple weeks off. I was busy catering and some competitions. Did okay got a couple more brisket calls, so that was fun. So now we're coming in with my honey chipotle. Then at this point, I just like to roll them around, make sure that everything is nice and covered, pick up everything on the board here. All right, so here is our chicken wings all seasoned up. Like I said, we're rocking on the Z-Grills 700 D3 today. We're gonna be cooking at 300 degrees, and I have some Smoky Woods pecan pellets in there. They are my absolute favorite type of pellets. And we're gonna put these on, let them go about 20 minutes, give them a flip, let them go another 20 minutes or so, and they should be close to being done. I like to take my chicken wings up to that 190, 200. I have a lot of people comment and say that that's too high, but hey, I'm telling you, give it a try. You're gonna have a more tender and still an incredibly juicy wing. While these are cooking, we're gonna get started on our hot honey sauce. I'll show you how to do that after we get these on, so let's head out to the Z-Grills 700 D3 right now and get these on. All right, so we have the Z-Grills at 300 degrees. We're going to get our chicken wings on. All right, and there we go. Our chicken wings are on. We're gonna let these go for about 20 minutes. We'll come out, flip them, and at that time is when we're gonna make our sauce, so we'll see you in 20 minutes. All right, so it has been 20 minutes. Let's get these wings flipped. Man, you can see they got some good color. They're looking good already, crisping up nicely. All right, so we're gonna let these go another 20 minutes now that they're all flipped, looking good, get some color on the other side. I say 20 minutes, but what I'm really looking for is that 190 to 200 temperature on these. So let's get this closed down and let's go make that simple, easy, and delicious hot honey wing sauce. Let's go. All right, so for this incredibly easy hot honey wing sauce, the first thing we're going in with is a stick of butter. Now there's a little trick to making this sauce, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it is that's going to make this sauce absolutely amazing. So we're just melting this butter down. All right, so now that we have this butter melted down, the trick to making this sauce is keeping it at a low temperature. You don't want to bring this sauce to a boil. At most, just a light simmer. Now we are adding a half of cup of Frank's Red Hot sauce. This is actually their wing sauce. So we're gonna add that. Just start to get that incorporated. And then we're gonna come in with a half a cup of honey. So we'll just get that added in. Start getting that incorporated. We're gonna come in with a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you like it nice and hot, add a little more. It's completely up to you. This is just the base that I found works really, really well. And then we're coming in with a teaspoon of the SPG, the Suckle Busters SPG. You can just use salt, pepper, garlic if you want to. You can use another SPG, but that Suckle Busters is an amazing SPG. It's the original SPG, and that's all I use. So now we're just gonna bring this up to a really light simmer, at which point this sauce will be done. The point of this not boiling is you want this sauce to remain pretty thick with the butter in here. And what that's going to do is help coat that wing and not just have the sauce run right off. So you don't want to boil it, but if you got a little bit of bubble and simmer around the edges, that's exactly what you're looking for. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute. All right, and that is all we're looking for, just a little bit of bubbling in there. We don't want this to come to a boil, so at this point, I'm cutting the power off of this hot plate, and we are calling it good. You can see it's still nice and thick. It's not too thin, but it's not too thick. We didn't cook all that sugar out. It's looking really, really good. So at this point, this is coming off, and it's just gonna sit until it's time to sauce up our wings. And I'm gonna show you a trick when you sauce up your wings too, that's gonna make these even better. So we'll see you when it's time to sauce up the wings. All right, so it has been about another 20 minutes. I just temped these wings. They're sitting at about 185-ish. I have my sauce right here. You can see it's thickened up a little bit. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these wings and I'm just gonna dump them in the sauce just like this. And they're going straight back on that grill. All right, so now that we have our wings all sauced up, we're just gonna let that sauce set up on there. I know the grill's a little messy, whatever. These pellet grills are not hard to clean. I don't wanna hear about that. It takes 2 seconds to scrape that down. Now, like I said, at this point, I'm gonna shut this down. We're gonna let that sauce set up, and you can see here, I reserved a little bit of extra sauce here, and when these wings come off, I'm gonna dump them in the sauce again, and then they're gonna be nice and wet and sticky and delicious, but we're gonna have that first layer of sauce already caramelized on there. It just makes it better. A double dip in your wings is so underrated. So this is the one time it's okay to double dip, or if you're eating a pile of wings by yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna give these a couple minutes for that sauce to caramelize up. We'll pull these off and we'll do the taste test. See you in a few minutes. All right, it has been just a couple of minutes, and check that wing out. Tell me that doesn't look absolutely delicious. Nice shine on there from that honey. It's gonna have a nice sweet heat to it. And like I said, I'm gonna hit them in this sauce one more time before they go on the pan to come in. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, and here we go. There's those beautiful, shiny, saucy, hot honey wings. Let's get inside, let these cool for a few minutes, and do the taste test. All right, guys, and there we are. There is our beautiful hot honey wings. Still screaming hot, just got them in the house, but check out how good those look. I'm gonna let these cool off for a few minutes. We'll jump in, we'll do the taste test. All right, it is the moment of truth. These wings have cooled down. I'm going for a flat to bat. Let's do this right now. Clean wing right there. Man, this sauce is so good. It's the perfect amount of heat. It's the perfect amount of sweet. You got the flavor from the Suckle Busters SPG and my honey chipotle. Everything is just super balanced. Good smokiness to it from the Z grills. That thing smokes well even at 300 degrees. But man, these wings are my new favorite. They're everything I enjoy. I'm going in for another one. All right, guys, so like I said, took 2 weeks off. We're back into the thick of it. We're gonna be dropping every week again, starting now. So I'm feeling refreshed, feeling good. I got an open schedule till the end of August before my next comp. So my focus is going to be on YouTube and content and everything else. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.